Reporter Gary Cottrell is there for us. And Gary, the question we've been asking, is he out there?
Yes, he is, and a lot closer actually to us this time than he was when you saw him train for the first time in 14 weeks yesterday, certainly for the first time with teammates. And as we get a ball on the try, but smiles all over his face. You could tell now after a tiring, emotional day on Monday, he was probably a little bit tired as well yesterday, but still did all the training session with his Sweden teammates. Much more a smile on his face and relaxed today. And we've been speaking to head coach Tomasson, who's given us a little bit more insight into just exactly what Isak has been up to over the last couple of days and just how he is.
I saw him smile. Have you seen his face? He's smiling. He's so happy to be here. He's so happy to play for Sverige. So I think that tells a lot about he really like being in a group.
What's his form?
Yeah, of course, his form is what I said the other day. Normally, when you do a pre-season, you play plenty of games, you have plenty of trainings. That's not the case. So is he able to play 90 minutes? Of course not. Are we going to do stupid things with Alex? No, we are not going to do any stupid things with him. So we have a plan. But he's smiling and he's happy to be here.
Any instructions from Liverpool?
No instruction. We always have. We have a very good connection with different clubs. So I spoke with the manager. Our doctor has spoken with the doctor. Physical Ben has spoken with the physical partner for Liverpool. A normal communication which we have with each club. Yeah, quite normal, isn't it?
So during that, they've just had a little break from doing some close work with the balls, passing, one-touch passing, and they're taking on some fluids before they go out and carry on the training. We'll probably be allowed another 5 minutes worth of access. Interesting to hear from the head coach there. We won't, unfortunately, be hearing from Isak himself today. There was some speculation yesterday that after putting up Viktor Gyökeres, who spoke very well about him and about player power, defended himself and Isak in terms of forcing their moves, saying, well, if a club doesn't want a player, they get rid of them. Why shouldn't it be the same the other way around? As they walk back out now to continued training. As I say, Isak in full training yesterday and today, but he won't be hearing from him certainly today, maybe tomorrow after they travel to Slovenia, or maybe, as we spoke there to the head coach about instructions from Liverpool regarding him when he can play and how much he can play, might be instructions from Liverpool as well about maybe keeping him just a little bit away from the spotlight during the next couple of weeks. Out there as well, of course, with him, all these big stars now that Sweden have, the aforementioned Gyökeres out there, Anthony Elanga out there in that group as well. I wonder what his thoughts are about his ex-Newcastle teammate and what he's been like over the last couple of days here with Sweden. And the man we call Lucas Bergvall, and I'm very reliably told by local journalists that if you're going to pronounce it in the Swedish way, you pronounce it Lucas Bergvall. But I don't think going forward as he plays for Spurs week in, week out in the Premier League that any of our commentators are going to be pronouncing it that way. But a happy group. Alexander Isak fully now up to scratch in terms of being involved in full training and, as we heard from the head coach, expected to play some part in the next two games before returning to Liverpool. Turf Moor, isn't it, the first Sunday back, Super Sunday, the early kick-off. Then Atletico Madrid at Anfield, and then at Anfield, the Merseyside derby. Will he make his full debut for Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, or will it be earlier than that?
Gary, this might be more of a question for Jay than for you, but I mean, we mentioned yesterday that, and I think you have as well, about Anthony Elanga there, who signed for Newcastle, probably hoping to be feeding Alexander Isak the goals at St James's Park, and he's left St James's Park already to go to Liverpool. Do you think there could be any animosity there at all?
That's for me, yeah. Well, you don't know, do you? I mean, certainly I've heard that the Swedish players, when they come to camp, there are no splinter groups. There are no people sitting on one table to have dinner, always together, the same people, as we've seen with other national teams, leaving out players from other clubs and maybe not getting on with certain players. What I'm told by all the local journalists is that they all get on really well. Pretty laid back, aren't they, as a nation, the Swedes? And that seems to show itself among the players. And there's been no sign of the two of them not getting on when I've been watching them train, as Anthony Elanga there tries to get the ball. They understand, footballers understand, and I'm sure you can ask Jay the same. A move is a move, a career advancement is a career advancement. He went, of course, to Newcastle hoping that he could be playing with Alexander Isak, but he's had that before where players have moved on that potentially he thought he was going to be playing with. So I would have thought, guessing, no, there isn't any ill feeling, certainly not on show over the last couple of days that I can see.
Gary, great stuff, thank you.